Welcome back, everybody, to the Comic Crow channel, and I want you to consider this a very special Christmas gift to the to the people that I happen to dislike the most right now. And let me give you some context for that. And actually, it's these tweets here. So for those of you guys who are unaware, roughly what was it, about a year ago, right? We had the ZeRo's situation. Technicals made a video about it. Commentary community was kind of outraged, first agreeing to disagree, then going into an all-out war on how Technicals was covering for a pedo. This led to people then dragging Tech's brother into it. Then Zaptai got brought up, and that was, I remember for Fluffy Boy, that was just a step too far. Not attacking someone's family, mentioning fucking Zaptai, of course. And then Willie Mack, who's actually someone that I will say I do respect. I like Willie. But when it's come to the ZeRo's situation, I don't know if it's intentionally shoving his head up his own ass or just refusing to actually accept that he was wrong on this one. But let me actually address this comment first here about how he sued he sued everyone into silence because he has more money. He made them settle. He forced them to settle. Motherfucker sued over every charge except the grooming allegation, which he admitted to. LMFAO, shut the fuck up. Willie, you're fucking retarded. The actual claim from the girl is part of one of the defamatory statements that Jisoo tried to get dismissed in an anti-slap motion because she said that he had confessed to it. And yet the judge considered it a defamatory statement. Now, I can't tell you why, right? You clearly don't fucking understand why, so I wouldn't waste my time with it. Instead, I could just point out to you what was actually in the lawsuit. You ain't gonna read it. Let's be honest. That's too difficult. It's much easier. Just keep calling someone a pedophile. So I'm going to give you guys a very special story about something me and my friends discovered. I think it was roughly about a year ago. Okay, let me pull this up for you. Welcome to Katie Jisoo. So this was an archive thread that Aura put together for us on Discord, and this was after we had been in DMs with each other, sharing all this stuff with each other, because we discovered the actual identity of Katie, or at least who we strongly believe, because there is a ton of fucking evidence for it. And I can tell you right now, Katie is 100% a catfish, okay? And for those of you who are unaware of what a catfish is someone who goes to another individual, pretends to be a different person, uses different photos. When I say Katie is a catfish, it's because Katie is a catfish. And you see, when someone catfishes you, it typically means that they're lying. If they're catfishing you, and also they're screenshotting your messages, why are they only screenshotting some of them? In fact, if I go back to, let's see, the Twit Longer, right? So in the Twit Longer here, it actually says, I didn't take screenshots of the worst situations. Okay. The screenshots I have were actually when I was so starstruck that what I thought was happening to me was special. So I kept them for posterity. Even after he told me to shove ice cubes up my pussy. Right, guys? Right? You're so much smarter than me. That makes total sense to you, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I guess. Shut off your fucking brains, guys. Don't worry about it. He's a pedophile. You said it. You can't go back on it now. Not after a year of fucking mental retardation, right? Right? Let's jump back into this. So this is one of the messages that Katie provided in her accusation against ZeRo. And as you can see, Katie has blacked this out here, blacked these out here, blacked these out, blacked this out. And so people just assume, oh, there's no way we can find any of this. There's just no way. There's no way. It's not like right at the very fucking top, her fucking username is right there. It's right fucking there. Her username on Skype was Super Nintendo Girl. And, by the way, guys, it's actually not a common username. It only linked back to one person, and I'm not fucking with you. This is actually super easy. And here, let me explain why. Don't worry. I also have some DMs that are kind of interesting. But just walk with me on this one. It's fun. So go to Google, Super Nintendo Girl. Wow, nothing pops up. Super Nintendo Girl, song and lyrics by Shampoo Baby. River City Girl Zero. Oh, that doesn't make this. Oh my gosh, there's just no user here that goes by Super Nintendo Girl. Well, the thing is, the name is all squashed together, right? So let's just do Super Nintendo Girl. And yeah, oh wow, see, this is interesting. Super Nintendo Girl YouTube, which we did actually look into this one. It isn't, because beforehand there was somebody else who went by Super Nintendo Girl on YouTube, and it's the catfish. But there was this, okay, DeviantArt account, the Super Brawl Girl. I was like, that's kind of a similar name. You can go into the About section, right? You get some more links to things in here, but there's also this Brawl Girl Tumblr account, which when you click on it, links to here. And now in the Brawl Girl Tumblr account, we found links to different social media accounts, but more importantly, we actually found their Twitter account. Which let me make sure I've got that pulled up for you guys here. So as you can see here on the Twitter account, you'll find them regularly posting different things, but their social media accounts, they have all these different social media accounts, right? Discord, Newgrounds, Tumblr, YouTube, Pixiv, Ko-Fi. There's also a Facebook account. If you Google Super Nintendo Girl, you'll actually find it, and their other information. But what I did realize is they don't have an Instagram account, which is weird to me, right? Because this is like someone who's terminally online, major fucking fangirl of Nintendo and specifically Smash. But I started thinking that's kind of weird. Why is there no Instagram account? Well, then I started digging around, trying to find an Instagram account. I looked for Super Nintendo Girl, and I actually ran into this one, Nintendo.Girl, the return of Katie-chan. And there are some interesting things about this. But for those of you who are in denial and saying, "Oh, this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. I'm going to go back to calling Zero a pedophile." Oh yeah, that's guys. Who's Jisoo again? Right? I always forget this one. Jisoo is the bitch in the fucking accusations against Zero, who actually first reported about Katie-chan and was in communication with Katie-chan. So yeah, I was like, okay, well now I know why she doesn't have an Instagram account, because this is the Instagram account. But and here's Jisoo following the Instagram account. By the way, Nintendo.Girl is also not a common name. Now, what I was able to find was this Instagram account was, for the most part, completely wiped. Okay? If you search it on the Wayback Machine, you'll find that there are other posts about or from this account. Now, one thing I found was interesting, and it I know it's gonna seem like really silly. Don't worry, be happy. Kirby makes me so happy. That is all. They're a big fan of Kirby, big fan of Smash. Brawl Girl, who also goes by Super Nintendo Girl, or used to, also is a big fan of Kirby. If you want to go through their Tumblr account, have fun. I'm not shitting you. There's a lot of Kirby fan art in there. And actually, because I wasn't from day one screaming that Zero is a pedophile and was more interested in actually getting to the bottom of things, I was able to reach out to somebody who was able to ask Zero a very simple question: if he could remember any type of details about Katie. And there was one detail he remembered. Katie was a huge fan of Kirby. I was like, oh, wow, holy shit. That's funny. That's actually funny. See, there's a lot of things you can do when you try to be objective and try to actually find information instead of, I don't know, shoving your head up your ass, screaming people are pedophiles, and then wondering why they don't want to talk to you. Oh, I can't figure that out. Oh my gosh, why? Seriously, Willie, why do you think Zero wasn't willing to have a sit-down conversation with a guy who was just previously calling him a pedophile? Oh, fuck. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess he must be guilty. That's how it works, right? I'm not kidding. At this point, you people have fucking pissed me off. All right? My respect for a lot of you guys has gone, like, too trash. It's actually one of the reasons why I don't give a shit about being involved in the commentary stuff. And I mostly just enjoy laughing at the stupidity that rolls out of the community. Because when you detach yourself, it's actually funny. When you're in it, you're like, how are these people so retarded? Why are you so retarded? Can you please just stop being so fucking retarded? But anyways, here we are. So let's go into this thread here, okay? This is by Ryuko. Ryuko is somebody that has said that they've been following the case, and they posted this yesterday. I don't know if this is after they had seen our stream or if they had done their own independent research. I'm willing to believe that they did this independently because, again, once you look at the screenshot that shows her fucking username, it's actually really easy to track this person down. Incredibly easy. Because there's like nobody that used that handle except for this bitch. But I know what you're thinking. God, man, this all looks strong, but I still want to call Zero a pedophile. I know, right? I know how good you must feel when you have a guy who shortly before attempting to take his own life, which, yes, he actually went through with trying to take his own life, confessed not only to Katie, but apologized to Jisoo and to Leffen for all the harm he had caused them. Now, we know for a fact that Jisoo and Leffen lied about their accusations against Zero, as well as lying about accusations into multiple other people. But this is where we play mental fucking gymnastics with ourselves. Even though we know he confessed to things that he did not do, that we can prove he did not do, even though we know he tried to take his life shortly after, commentary, in all their infinite fucking wisdom and genius brilliance, has decided that even though the accusation doesn't actually have evidence to support it, because the confession was still on the record, he's guilty! He's guilty, guys! We did it! We're heroes! Oh my god, shove it up your ass. The mental fucking, I was gonna say gymnastics, no, retardation. The mental retardation here is fucking insane. This is no longer a difference of opinion, by the way. This isn't. Okay? We'd have a difference of fucking opinion, but at the end of the day, I also expect you to have common fucking sense. What's the simpler solution here? Seriously, what is it? Please explain it to me. The guy who did try to take his own life, the guy who did confess to things that we know for a fact didn't happen, also confessed to this other thing that didn't fucking happen. But, when I say that Katie is a catfish, Katie's a catfish, Katie's clearly a fucking catfish, there's a reason why I'm saying that, okay? First off, Brow Girl, 26 years old, was not 14 at the time that they were communicating with Zero. That didn't happen. That's not true. I don't understand why we're pretending that it's not a catfish at this point, but it is a catfish. Okay, so when you have a catfish, all right, that's lying about their identity, specifically pretending to be a minor as young as, 14 or 15 years old, okay? And they're screenshotting the fucking conversation. you're honestly telling me that when they actually have like solid proof on the guy, that just wasn't enough? They didn't screenshot that one? Why? Why wouldn't you do that? Oh, wait, I'm not retarded. It's because it didn't fucking happen. Okay? Again, I'm not walking you down through this like, oh my gosh, and then this. No, this is the simplest solution, is that it didn't fucking happen. So what are we doing at this point? I'm genuinely curious what we're doing at this point. Because I'm going to read you through some DMs with the Brawl Girl and show you some inconsistencies in what they're saying and let you guys come to your own conclusion, which I'm like 50-50. I already know what it's going to be, because when you dig your fucking heels in for a year, you don't do any research for a year, you rest your hat on the most bullshit of reasons, and then repeatedly call someone a pedophile, and then consider yourself to be a good person or a decent person, you can go fuck yourself. 6 ways from fucking Sunday. I don't fucking care. Even Willie Mack, who again, I'm sure that he's probably not going to be super happy with what I've said about him in this video, but I will criticize the people that I actually respect more harshly than some fucking tub of lard like fucking Tipster, who's like 2 steps from like another wellness check. Goddamn, dude. Like, it's sad at this point. But seriously, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna keep calling the guy a pedophile? Look, at this point, I only ask you to do a few things. I'll save it for the end of the video, so please stay tuned, okay? Because now I'm going to go into something that I think is a little juicy. Now, these are my DMs with the Brawl Girl, okay? And I will be 100% with you here. When I say that I am just trying, like, I am 100% digging for information. I do this often. Hey, I've been looking into this case with ZeRo. I have reason to believe you're the individual known as Catherine. I also came into new evidence and I'm hoping you can corroborate the story. I will keep your information private and off the record. Thank you. Now, this is from like a year ago. The screenshots are from my phone. I don't know if any of them are going to be dated, but again, it was posted some time ago. Actually, I think I posted them to Discord, so I can probably find where in Discord the actual date for it is and all. Okay, so not quite a year ago, 12/29/2021. There we go, guys. So this was right at the end of the year. Sorry to keep reaching out, but I have reason to believe you're Catherine, and if not, I'd really like to rule you out. If you are, then I think you can help us out a lot. Please reach out whenever you get this. Sorry, I have no idea who Catherine is. Closest thing related about me with the name Kathy is a Kirby fan character I haven't tried in a good while yet. Because again, the Kirby stuff like keeps just coming up, and it is funny. It's the funniest thing about all of this is the Kirby obsession. Good luck on your search, though. Now, see, then I link this, right, which is the Super Nintendo Girl message. Okay, so just follow up. You did go by Super Nintendo Girl in the past, and I noticed that one of the Skype messages from Katie Catherine also had the screen name on Skype Super Nintendo Girl, which you can clearly see at the top of this screenshot. And in this next message here, you actually see them say, explain your app. Became a fan of Super Smash Bros. Brawl since the day it released. The subspace mode plus how much the game impacted the early days of internet media is why I changed from Super Nintendo Girl to the Brawl Girl on other websites. I kept the changes since. And I said, this is you confirming you used to go by Super Nintendo Girl as well in the past and stating you changed the name to the Brawl Girl. Can you explain this discrepancy? Most likely coincidence. It's a lot of coincidences, by the way, guys. Yeah, I actually did go by Super Nintendo Girl before, but switched to the Brawl Girl name because of Brawl's release. But that doesn't make my real name Catherine. Super Nintendo Girl used to be my DeviantArt nickname before I changed that as well. Literally Google Super Nintendo Girl DeviantArt, and it'll take you to my current DA page. I just need to Google Super Nintendo Girl, one word, and got to her DeviantArt page pretty easy. With very outdated art because I hardly update there anymore. And let's be honest, Super Nintendo Girl isn't really that unique of an online username. I wouldn't be surprised there's like 5 or 6 other Super Nintendo Girls out there. It actually is. A couple of things I understand. You said the name was changed because of Brawl's release, but it looks like you opened your YouTube channel, was created after Brawl's release, and went by Super Nintendo Girl as well, and was changed sometime after. Yes, by the way, did locate her YouTube account, was able to confirm that it was opened up as Super Nintendo Girl, and sometime much after Brawl's release, because the YouTube account, I believe, was created after Brawl's release, she then changed it from Super Nintendo Girl. So what she said doesn't actually line up, okay? Just to be clear, because you gotta be as clear as we fucking can on this one. To be clear, are you saying that... Oh, and I said, respectfully, I've been looking into that username and you seem to be the only individual who comes up. To be clear, are you saying that you have never had any interaction with the former Pro Smash player known as ZeRo? I can tell you by the Skype screenshot that you sent that I would never use Japanese text on my bio for that time, because actually, I think this is like the stupidest thing to even bring up, because look, I wasn't even that focused on the Japanese text, but when I started going through the Brawl Girl's information, she does the same fucking Google Translate fucking Ganji bullshit. Not just on here, I think... Yeah, okay, this is the Pixiv account. It's here too. This is the weirdest thing to actually draw attention to, and I think the reason why they did it was to kind of deflect from me making that claim that I wasn't even going to bring up. But the fact that they went there was actually funny to me. I've been mobile phone bound for the most of my online years, and most of my online friends and followers follow because we all like Smash and bonded for liking the same game. Why would I lie about that to a stranger at a time where I admired god-killing pink puffballs more than actual human celebrities? Big Kirby fan, by the way, just like Katie. I don't even participate in tourneys, let alone Mario Kart and Smash-related ones. Just to be clear, I'm not accusing you of anything yet. I am just trying to rule out everyone that I can, so I am sorry if my questions seem abrasive, but you're really helping out and I appreciate it. Have you ever had any contact with another individual in the Smash community known as Jisoo? No, I'm not even familiar with that name. I'm hardly involved in Smash nowadays, besides casual playing, of course. Alright, do you have an Instagram account? Now, I want you to pay attention to how this whole thing ends out. Because remember when I said I couldn't find any Instagram account related to this girl, okay? I could not find any. But when I asked about having an Instagram account, without mentioning anything else, okay? This was how it ended. I get you're just trying to spread the word about ZeRo's actions, but I'm not the type of person to call others out for fame nor for revenge. And with all due respect to the victims, I'm not the Katie you're looking for, nor will I ever be, and I don't see why I would even want to pretend to be someone who was sexually taken for granted by an actual pedophile. You can even scroll through my Twitter posts and see I was never involved in competitive Smash play. Unless you're here to tell me you got involved in playing the Box Boy games or part-time UFO because of my art or otherwise, I'm going to have to end the conversation right here. Have a good rest of 2021. I did have a good rest of 2021. It was nice. But, yeah, guys. So, me asking about the Instagram account, this one, which was still left active because, if I had to guess, it's how they were communicating with Jisoo, right? Jisoo, who's following them. So guys, because I'm genuinely wanting to know, what do we do now? What do we do now? Okay? Everything I present to you here is enough for you to make your own assumptions, maybe change your mind, or at the very least, present to you a very viable alternative theory as to what happened. At least in comparison to you dumbasses thinking a confession from a man who already falsely confessed to the other claims against him that were provably fucking false, who then went on to try to take his own life shortly after, do you think it is more likely that that was actually the only one that he actually did do? And that's why he actually confessed. And even though there's no evidence to support it, we know he told her to shove ice cubes up the pussy. Seriously. Because at this point, I'm at a loss for fucking words on what we do, okay? If ZeRo speaks, there's gonna be some dipshit in fucking commentary who's gonna feel the need to, beat their chest, pump out the moral fucking outrage, and make it clear that ZeRo's a fucking pedophile. While again, doing literally less than nothing to actually even try to confirm a single fucking detail. So please, what do you want? Do you just want ZeRo to get back up on the roof and this time hopefully he's successful? Please tell me if that's what you want. Look, when it's an actual pedo, I personally don't care if they bite the fucking bullet. I really don't give a shit. Okay? I'm actually all in favor of it myself. My problem is, I don't see the fucking evidence for it. All my digging shows me that this looks like a fucking catfish setup. And again, even the explanation, the fucking twit longer doesn't make sense. I didn't take screenshots of the worst situations. The screenshots I have were actually when I was so starstruck that what I thought was happening to me was special, so I kept them for posterity. Only later, after he was asking me to shove ice cubes up my pussy, I was really uncomfortable, did I realize that the messages were sent were not good to me at all, and then I forgot to screenshot the bad message. Please, you're so fucking smart. Run some mental gymnastics and talk yourself out of this one. I'm sure you fucking can. Because let's be real. The one thing I've learned about the entire fucking ZeRo situation with Technicals and then dragging Technicals' fucking brother in and accusing Tech's brother of being a pedo. So he brings up Zaptai and then you idiots act morally fucking outraged because that's a step too far. Not attacking family members. No, bringing up Zaptai, because he suffered enough. Fuck you people. Honestly, fuck you people. Here's my offer, okay? It's actually really simple, okay? And the offer goes to all the people tweeting about it, all the people supporting it and everything. A, do the fucking research to confirm Katie's story. It's actually not that difficult. B, maybe just completely disprove everything I said. Make a clown out of me. Tell everyone not to listen. I'm okay with that too, right? Because look, at that point, I already kind of know the majority of your guys' moral character, but if you want to set it in stone, I'm more than fine. Or 3, and this is my personal favorite, literally shut the fuck up. You've already proven you don't care about the facts. You've already proven you don't have the ability to even look into the situation. What you do have the ability to is just scream every single fucking time you see this guy that he's a pedophile. So seriously, do the fucking research or shut the fuck up. Or just admit that you want the guy to jump off a fucking building. Please do something. Literally do any of those fucking things. Fucking garbage people, I swear to God. Oh, sorry. Merry Christmas, assholes.